Hello, good morning, madam. I'm Purnima here. So, today I and my group mates would like to do a short presentation regarding Jean Piaget. So, as for the introduction, Jean Piaget was born on 9 August 1896 in Switzerland. Jean Piaget is basically a psychologist who is known for his own work on child development. He is thought by many to have been the major figure in the 20th century development psychology. In the early stage, Jean Piaget has interest in zoology. When he was a youth, he published an article about an albino sparrow based on his own observation. At the age of 15, he gained a reputation among European zoologists by his several publications. He studied zoology and philosophy in an university and he got his doctorate in 1918. Then Piaget was interested in psychology combining with epistemology. Piaget formulated and conducted reading tests among school children and become interested in the type of errors they made, which motivated him to explore more about children's development and also to gain interest on child's development and also their cognitive development. In 1929, he worked as a professor under the Faculty of Child Psychology and remained there till his last breath. Okay, Piaget continued to develop the theme he had discovered in Paris that the mind of child evolves through a series of set stages to adulthood. Piaget observed that the mind of the child evolved through a series of set stages to adulthood. Piaget observed that child was creating and recreating his own model of reality. This concept of this development caused a revolution in ideas of a child, learning and education. The child's mental development would have to be at the proper stage to assimilate these concepts. So, the teacher is not a transmitter of knowledge, but a guide to the children to his or her own world to discover about it. To add on, Piaget has written a lot of books and published about children's psychology, children's development, cognitive development and language. Most of his books are about that. Piaget has won awards such as Erasmus Prize and Belgian Prize for Social Sciences. Furthermore, Jean Piaget died on 16 September 1980.
So, cognitive development theory basically focuses on children throughout their growth and characterizes different stages of development, including language, the way they use the language, they understand the language, they utilize it, their moral means like more like their courage to learn the language or anything new, reasoning, the way they think about something they need to learn, and last but not least, memory. It's all like how they can remember, they can memorize the things that they acquire from someone or something. Okay, Piaget also assumed that children learn by their experience and nature. What does he mean by experience? So experience is all about something that the children have gone through, and nature is all about their self-esteem, their courage, and they don't need like people to influence them to do something. And what are the 4 stages of cognitive development? So first and foremost, sensorimotor, which starts from age 0, maybe like 2 to 3 months old to 2 years old. Pre-operational from age 2 to 7, concrete operational from age 7 to 11, and last but not least, formal operational from age 11 and above. Yes. Thank you.
Good morning, madam. I'm Rudra Sundramoorthy. So today I'll be talking about the cognitive theory by Jean Piaget. First and foremost, I'll be talking about the sensorimotor stage, which is the stage that covers children's age from the birth to 18 to 24 months, maybe it's about 2 years. Characteristics include motor activity without use of any symbols. All things are based on experience or trial and also error. The main goal of this stage is establishing an understanding of object permanence. In other words, knowing that an object as an object still exists even if you can't see or it's hidden. And the second one is pre-operational stage, which has been explained by my friend Farah Shamimi.
Hello and hi, my name is Farah Shamimi binti Halil. So I'm going to talk about the next stages, which is pre-operational stages. So these stages are focusing more on the children who was aged at 2 until 7. Okay, so it was thinking categorized for symbolic function and intuitive thought. So as we know that children have a lot of fantasize and believe objects are alive. So that maybe not able to apply specific cognitive operation, which is pre-operational stages. So they learn to speak and understand that words and image and gesture as well are symbol of something else. At around age of 4, most of them become very curious and ask many questions that they want to know everything inside their mind. So we call it as the birth of primitive reasoning. So Jean Piaget call it as intuitive age because while they realize that they have a vast of amounts of knowledge and they have no idea how they acquire it. So their thinking is still pretty, and this stage call it as eco-centric. So that's all from me. We are moving on to the next stages, which is concrete stages, concrete operational stages. But these stages will explain by my friends. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching.
One is concrete operational, which is children are much less egocentric in the concrete operational stage. It falls between the age of 7 to 11 years old and is marked by more logical and methodological manipulation of symbols. The main goal is to child to start working things out inside their head. So this is called operational thought, and it allows kids to solve problems without physically encountering things in the real world. In a nutshell, children about 11 years old and older fall into Piaget's formal operational stage. A milestone of this period is using symbols to understand abstract concepts. Not only that, but older kids and adults can also think about multiple variables and come up with hypotheses based on previous knowledge. So Piaget believed that people of all ages develop intellectually, but he also believed that once a person reaches the formal operational stage, it's more building upon knowledge, not changing how it's acquired or understood. Thank you, and that's all from me.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Yazri bin Muhammad Yusri. So I'll be presenting about the known works of Jean Piaget. So, Jean Piaget was a highly prolific author who wrote about 70 books and more than 100 articles about human psychology. His theoretical conceptualizations have induced a vast amount of research. His research was cited in hundreds of papers in this day, so it was proven to be very beneficial to the society. Some of his major works includes The Language and the Thought of the Child, The Child's Conception of the World, The Origins of Intelligence in Children, The Children's Conception of Number, Play, Dreams and Imitations in Childhood, and The Construction of Reality in the Child. So I guess that's it. Although this is just some of his major works, so I only cited a few of them. So thank you.
And so that's all from us. Thank you.